This video covers the released 2009 Math OGT test, problems 31 through 35. So this question states the bar graph shows the number of customers in Rio's restaurant each day last week. Gives us our graph of Sunday through Saturday. What is the approximate mean number of customers per day in Rio's restaurant last week? Mean is the math term for average. So we're going to average out how many customers were there. To do that, we need to kind of estimate how many customers are there each day. They don't tell us the exact amount, so we have to just kind of guess. This is a little above 800, so I'm going to say 810. This one's between 3 and 400, looks a little more than half, so I'm going to say 360. This one is exact. We know for sure Tuesday there were 400. Wednesday looks about 350. Thursday looks about 290. Friday looks about 410. And Saturday looks about 890. Since these are approximations, our answer may not match exactly, but first we're going to find the mean and look to see which one's closest. So to find the mean, we add up all these values together. 810 plus 360 plus 400 plus 350 plus 290 plus 410 plus 890. And then we divide by how many there are. We do want to go to a new line before dividing. If we divide on the calculator at the end, it's not going to divide the entire 3,000. It's going to just divide the last number. So we go to the second line and divide 3,510 by 7, which gives us 501. So looking at our answer choices, 500 is the closest. Since it was an approximation, we were off by a little bit. That's okay because only one answer is close. Question 32. Mitchell is planting tulip bulbs in a rectangular planter with the dimensions shown. And then it gives us a picture of the planter with 8, 9, and 22 inches. Mitchell plans to fill 3/4 of the planter with soil. How much soil will Mitchell need? So if he was going to fill the entire planter, we would use the volume formula, length times width times height. On a rectangular prism, anything that's a box, length times width times height. So that would be our 8 times 9 times 22. We go plug that in. That gives us 1,584, which shows as one of our answer choices. But that number is what if we filled the entire box with soil? Since it's only 3/4 of the box, we have to take that into account. It's less than that. Since there's only one answer less, we know it's this answer, 1,188. If we want to find it exactly, we can do 3/4 multiplied by, multiplying will help us find the fraction that 3/4 is of 1,584. So we go 3 divided by 4. Click to the right on the calculator so you're no longer on the bottom, times 1,584. We get 1,188. The cubic inches just means it's a volume. You're filling a 3-dimensional object. 33. When a car travels at a constant rate, distance varies directly with time. Which graph could represent the distance as a function of time? So when they say it varies directly, that means it's going at a constant rate. So the only line that, or figure that looks to be constant is the line graph. Every other one is you start fast and start slowing down, or you start slow and then speed up, and start slow and speed up. So the only one that's constant is D. Question 34. The employees of a company will vote on 2 options for pay increases. The first option states that each employee will receive a $500 raise. The second option states that each employee will receive a 2% raise. The table shows the annual salaries of the employees of the company. In your answer document, determine which option is likely to receive the most votes. Support your response by comparing the effect of each option on the given salaries. So option 1, everyone receives 500 more. So we're just going to calculate that. 18,500 plus 500 is 19,000. So if it's a $500 raise, they get 19,000. We're going to do that with each salary. We're going to add 500 to see what option 1 does for each different salary. So we have 31,500, 42,500, 58,500, and 71,500. And since it said to compare every salary, then we have to do all of them. So I'm going to scroll to the right. So then the second option was a 2% raise. Oh, and I made a mistake here. That should have been 19,000. Needed an extra 0. So to find 2% of the salary, we're going to do the 18,500. I'm going to fix that. There we go. 18,500 times 2%. Oh, this calculator does it a little bit different. So it gives us words. So if we do 2% of 18,500, gives us $370. So that's how much we add to the 18,500. Gives us 18,870. So these 6 people will want the $500. That's the option that gives them the most money. Now we do it again. We do 2% of 20,300 is 406, which we add to the 20,300. Notice I'm always using these original numbers, not the option 1 numbers. We're going back to the original salary and figuring the 2% off of that. So that gives us 20,706. So these 10 people would also want the $500 option. So now we have to do that again. We do 2% of the 24,100 is 482, and we add that to the 24,100 plus 482 is 24,582. So these people also want the 500. 24,600 is a little bit more. So these 18 people want the $500 raise. So we try 31,000. Nope, I forgot. I have to do the 2% first. 2% button, and it automatically brings up the word of. 31,000 is 620. And then we add that to the 31,000 plus 620 is 31,620. And this is where we make the switch. Now everyone else will want the 2%. So this bottom group of people wants the 2%, the top wants the 500. Now we have to calculate how many people are in each group. I'm going to clear everything out. We'll do the 6 plus 10 plus 18 is 34. So these 34 want $500 because it gives them more money. Then the rest of the people are 21 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1. That's 30 people. So those 30 people would want the 2%. That means that likely the $500 is going to be the winner. There's more people who would want the 500 than would want the 2%. Okay, question 35. A town census was conducted every year for the past 10 years. The scatter plot below shows the result of the census. If the linear trend continues, which prediction is supported by the data? So when they say linear trend, what they're saying is if we put a line that's basically in the middle of all those dots, what's going to happen as we keep going? If we kept extending this table out, what's going to happen? So the population will stay the same for the next 5 years. Population staying the same would be a horizontal line, which we do not have. So it's not A. The population will reach 120,000 within the next 10 years. So after 10 years, it was a little above 40. 120,000 seems a little too big. The population will decline steadily over the next 10 years. It's not declining, it's getting bigger. And the population will exceed 50,000 people within the next 5 years. That one's for sure. The 120,000 may have been, but we don't know for sure. And this one is definitely. You're definitely going to be above 50,000 after 5 years. So that concludes our discussion of problems 31 through 35.